Good morning, students. So we are going to start with carbohydrates. The carbohydrates are also known as polyhydroxyaldehydes or the polyhydroxyketones. These carbohydrates are the hydrates of carbon as we all call it, right? The carbohydrates are being made up of sugars. If the sugar contain the aldehyde group, we call it as the aldolases. If the carbohydrates of the sugar contain the ketone group, we call them as the ketoses. Okay, this is very important part. Now when you talk about the carbohydrates are produced by the green plants, as we all know, as a part of photosynthesis. During the photosynthesis, about 80% of the dry weight of the plant is made up of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are also known as saccharides or the compound containing sugars. Sugars are the simple carbohydrates and are commonly sweet in taste. Okay, commonly sweet in taste. They are soluble in water and have a low molecular weight. Small carbohydrates are further declassified into. Now see student, the carbohydrates are further being classified. The carbohydrates are further being classified as monosaccharides, disaccharides and polysaccharides. Monosaccharides are the simplest structure which cannot be broken down or which cannot be hydrolyzed into the simplest forms. Right. So monosaccharides are the simple structures of the simple monomer which cannot be hydrolyzed further into the smaller units. They have general formula as CnH2nOn. CnH2nOn. Monosaccharides usually have 3 to 7 carbon compounds. Now see student, it is a sugar unit. Now it's very important to understand monosaccharide doesn't mean it contains one carbon unit, one carbon compound. It can contain 3 carbon compound, it can contain 4 carbon compound, it can contain 5, 6, 7 carbon compound, but they will form one sugar unit. For example, when you talk about trioses, now see, the monosaccharides are further classified as trioses, tetroses, pentoses, hexoses, heptoses. Okay. Now when you talk about these, trioses means the monosaccharide which contain the 3 carbon compound. For example, you have glyceraldehyde. So glyceraldehyde, that is your aldehyde, CHO, CHOH, CHOH, that is CH2OH. Now see, we're dealing about the trioses. Trioses contain the 3 carbon compounds. It can be a glyceraldehyde or it can be a dihydroxyacetone. When you talk about the glyceraldehyde, okay, glyceraldehyde, that is a 3 carbon compound, 1, 2 and 3. So at the first carbon atom you will have aldehyde group, then you have OH, and this can be a CH2OH. So this is your glyceraldehyde. Now next you have about the dihydroxyacetone. As the dihydroxyacetone speaks, that means the acetone or the ketone group is present. We all know the ketone group, that is your CH2OH. The ketone group is not present at the first carbon atom, it is always present at the second carbon atom. Then you have the CH2OH. So dihydroxyacetone. So this is about your trioses. So trioses is a monosaccharide containing the 3 carbon compounds. Is it clear? Then you have, right, okay. So we were dealing about the trioses which contains the 3 carbon compounds. The 3 carbon compounds, though they contain the 3 carbon compounds, but still they are one single monomer unit. So that is why we consider them as a monosaccharides. In the same way, when we deal with the tetroses are which have 4 carbon compounds. The 4 carbon compound molecule, for example, erythrose and the threoses, they are also the monosaccharides. Okay, they are also the monosaccharides. or the pentoses. When you talk about the pentoses, as I've told you earlier in the earlier classes, the ribose sugar. The ribose sugar is a single monomer unit, but they contain the 5 carbon compounds. So that is what you call it as a, what you call pentoses. Then you have hexoses, the 6 carbon compounds, that is the glucose, fructose, galactose and the mannose. Then you have heptoses, the 7 carbon compounds, pseudoheptulose or the glucoheptulose. So this is about the sugars. When you talk about the sugar, now see student, when you talk about the sugar you have monosaccharides or the disaccharides or the polysaccharides. The monosaccharides, as I told you, they can have more than 1 carbon content, but the unit will be one, it will be one single sugar unit. Now, based on the polarized light which get rotated either from right to left or the left to right, it can be classified. The monosaccharides can occur in many isomeric form. This is the basic property of monosaccharides. First property is which cannot be broken down into the simplest form. They cannot be hydrolyzed into the simplest, or they cannot be broken down. Second important, they can be formed in the ring structure. The linear chain structure is also there, as well as the ring structure can be formed. Third feature is monosaccharides can occur in many isomeric forms. That is, monosaccharides have asymmetric carbon and are able to rotate the polarized light to right to left or the left to right. So if the monosaccharide are able to rotate from right to left, we call them as a dextrorotatory. And if they are from the left to right, you call them as a levorotatory.